So yeah, this movie opens up pretty bold. It was a trailer moment, a big talking point in the trailer moment. A lot of people didn't like it. And this movie opened this way. I can't remember. Did any of us predict this back in the day, talking about the trailer, that it would open?
I believe we all said this is probably the first 15 minutes of the movie.
I think we did.
Yeah, because it sounded familiar. I remember at least a few of us saying, like, what if it opens with that? So yeah, this movie...
I was actually hoping it did, so...
It goes a little Star Wars direction.
Hello there.
It throws you in the middle of the action. True to Star Wars A New Hope, it literally throws you in the middle of it without you knowing what the fuck is happening. And one thing before we get into this text real quick, that's another thing I love about the introduction of this movie is the thing you keep hearing on the internet is this is like a living comic book, right? This feels like a super comic booky movie. And in that sense, I really think this movie opens in a way where you would just pick up like a random issue of a comic.
Yeah,
you don't know what's happening. Yeah, you have to piece it together in your brain, like what happened before this. Yeah, but the movie opens very bold, right? And again, this could be an overcourse correction for Zack Snyder's Superman, who was like almost indestructible, except in Batman versus Superman.
Viewed him as a god. There's so many different shots of him where he's like coming down from the sky.
The Jesus allegory.
Yeah.
The beauty of this is it's not necessarily showing you how weak Superman can be. It's more so showing you how fucking intelligent Lex Luthor is, because the man knew all the shit that he needed to do to actually take Superman down. I mean, granted, he cloned him, but hey.
Here's my one of my biggest gripes about this movie is I don't like how most of the action, like most of the fight scenes with Superman, is very one-sided against him. I wish it would have been more of a back and forth instead of him just getting his ass absolutely beat.
He got rocked.
I don't care that he studied his moves. I think I think it should have been more back and forth.
I understand that. I can't say I completely. Here's the thing. I think it has bothered me less looking back on it. When I left the theater, it's still kind of an issue for me. I will agree. It doesn't bother me quite as much now thinking, because like the only people he really fought in this movie were designed for him.
No.
So like I get that.
They were mostly Ultraman.
And it's just Superman has gone 3 years without ever losing. And like I like how this movie just I can't remember, someone worded it this way and I really liked it. This is just like the whole core idea of this movie is like Superman has a bad week. And that's what we get thrown into. Superman has probably the worst week of his life since he's been Superman.
Quit messing around. I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Do you know how boring this movie would have been if fucking Superman just bodied everybody and nothing bad happened to him? Like, this movie would have sucked.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, people just, they're inconsistent with, like, you can't win either side of the argument because you're going to have this other vocal group of people where it's like, if Superman's overpowered and he's perfect, like, that's cool to see, but it's kind of boring. And then if he's like this, people are going to be like, oh yeah, more like Superboy. He's a fucking pussy. It's like, well, what do you like? Okay. What do you want to say?
He's fighting literally a clone of himself, which I don't know if a lot of people realize. If you are a comic book fan, you know that Ultraman is fucking Clark. It's just a different version of Superman from an alternate timeline, usually in the comics.
Well,
this version, he's a clone, but
I think they're going the Bizarro route.
Which I could see that happening because he got knocked in. He's not dead. He was sucked into a black hole.
People want to complain about him being weak in this movie, but he uses his breath to push himself away from a black hole.
He does. He does.
That is a bigger. I think that is a bigger feat than anything we've seen Henry Cavill's version do. But I don't know.
Basically, Steve just said that Superman gives the best blowjobs.
Yeah.
And he uses his breath to push a dog into a tree.
Yeah, why did the dog have to slam the tree?
I don't know. That was weird.
That was a little. I thought that too. I was like, that's a bit unnecessary.
Apparently, there was a scene cut because it tested bad with audiences.
I heard about this.
Where I think Ultraman punches Crypto in the fortress. It tested very bad, so maybe they put the dog hitting the tree as a fuck you. I'm still putting
James Gunn's like, well, I have to hurt an animal somehow. Isn't this the guy that made Guardians 3? What the fuck? Hey, don't you love animals?
Hey, Crypto still got hurt when the engineer is it the engineer?
Yeah.
The engineer fucking covered his face in that shit.
Yeah, the nanites.
That was a little disheartening to watch.
Yeah, that gave me a little Matrix vibes. The nanites going down his throat.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I was gonna say, is David Cornsweet going into the Matrix? No, but so the movie opens. Very bold decision by James Gunn to show Superman in a way that we've never quite seen him looking so vulnerable, so beat to shit. Like, it starts, like we said, Star Wars.
Hello there.
So we have this big thing for podcast listeners. We'll read it aloud. Should I popcorn to you guys? So this is how the movie opens.
Yeah.
We're out in the middle of the Fortress of Solitude that hasn't popped up yet, and we have text on the screen explaining what we've missed in the last 3 centuries.
I actually love that they did this. They did it like with 3. Everything was 3.
Yeah, and
I
James
thought that was
Gunn said
kinda
there's.
cool.
He said that everyone's asked him. There's no significance to it.
No, it's just it's more of like it doesn't have to have significance. It's just like a clever way of writing, like 3 this, 3 that. Like it's just basically
Yeah, exactly. It's like a technique of writing. So here's how the movie opens. Before we see Superman, before we see any characters, opens up. It says 3 centuries ago, the first superpowered beings known as metahumans appeared on Earth, ushering in a new era of gods and monsters, which is what James Gunn is calling Phase 1 of his DC project. Slide 2. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I'm all right. You go.
Oh, you're no fun. All right, 3 decades ago, an extraterrestrial. It's hard to see in the background. An extraterrestrial baby was sent in a spacecraft to Earth and adopted by Kansas farmers. 3 years ago, the baby, now grown, announced himself as Superman, the most powerful metahuman of all. 3 weeks ago, Superman stopped the country Bravia from invading Jaranpur, sparking controversy around the world. 3 hours ago, a metahuman called the Hammer of Bravia attacked Superman in the city of Metropolis. And 3 minutes ago, this right here, gave me a little bit of chills. 3 minutes ago, Superman lost a battle for the first time. And that's when he comes fucking crashing down into the snow. And that's, of course, the money shot, the trailer shot.
Yeah.
I am glad that we eventually get an actual legitimate reason why Crypto is so fucking goddamn misbehaved.
Yeah.
But like throughout this entire movie, I'm like, you fucking dog, will you like help him stop beating the shit out of him?
No, Crypto's the best.
No, he's a good boy.
You know what I love?
Don't you dare tell Crypto how to be.
Look, actually, I love that Crypto was a dog. Like, yes,
Crypto's always a dog.
But there's a lot of versions of him where he's not. They don't let him be just a dog. He was literally just a dog that happens to have superpowers. Like, they didn't make him like super smart. They didn't make him like, oh, I'm like they didn't make him like some crazy superpowered dog. Other than that, he has superpowers. He was still a fucking dog. Like he would chase after stuff. He still played fetch. He just was playful. Like I loved that.
Yeah, there's no way that fucking cape would stay on though.
No,
It's a super cape.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's a super cape.
They said that he defies gravity in a way that like Superman does too, so the cape stayed on him. They kind of tried to explain that away. Yeah, you're right. It would have just.
Oh yeah, I don't really have an issue with it.
Not even that. With how fucking rambunctious he is.
Do so.
Yeah.
With how rambunctious he is, there's no way he didn't try to chew that fucking cape off.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah,
I have an 8-month-old puppy. I know how they are.
Yeah, so you have Crypto come into, you know, they don't waste time bringing Crypto into this movie, which I love. Beating the shit out of Superman. I would say arguably doing more damage than the Hammer of Bravia. I love how they had some of the comic booky like crunches and hits too. Like when it's so over the top ridiculous.
Yeah, they added actual like cartoon / comic book slaps and punches while he was hitting them on purpose.
They did. I love the attention to detail there.
Yeah.
So you have he eventually has enough strength to like get his cape around, and eventually the dog gets there and he's like, oh, okay, he needs to go home. But Crypto's, he's never seen him like this.
He's probably just like I guess probably Uncle Clark, since it's
he's
Superman's
probably
dog.
He's probably never seen Kara like that either. So if
Well,
she dumps him off every time she goes to get drunk, he's
that's
never
true.
seen
I was
her
gonna
like
say the only way he would ever see her like that is if she's drunk.
You have Crypto take him to the Fortress of Solitude. I have to ask, like, it's a little bit ahead, but as more like comic fans than me, when you saw Lex and all them coming up to the door. And in this universe, we know it's not the old comics, like a giant fucking key to get in, because that was the thing back in the day.
Yeah.
But they're just let right in with us knowing like something DNA is involved.
Yeah,
Did any of you pick up?
Yeah.
Well, I knew who Ultraman was
So
the
did
moment
I.
they mentioned his name, so I knew what was going on there.
Okay, I had no idea.
I looked over to my friend and was like, "Yeah, that's a clone, a Superman."
I guess
there
was probably a minute there where I didn't realize exactly why the door opened.
Right.
But then when I was like, oh, Ultraman's there with them, that's probably why. But at first, no, I was like, how the fuck did he just bring the fortress up and open it?
He's
Right.
like fucking Luthor.
But yeah. So Superman comes in. He's all fucked up. You got the Superman robots, which is what they're called in the comics, the Superman robots.
Yep.
You have Alan Tudyk. You have Michael Rooker. You have the girl who played Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. So you have,
Clementoff.
yeah, there you go. Nice. So you have a lot of big names here as the robots. Bring in Superman in, and he plays them. Here we go. Big point of contention. What do they play him to soothe him while he's healing? They play the tapes.
The message. That, his
Zor-El,
birth parents,
Bradley Cooper,
Jor-El, and I can never remember his. I think his mom's name's Laura. Laura L. Yeah, Laura and Jor-El.
Zor-El and Laura. Yeah, and this is
Adrian. It's Jor-El. People are gonna hate you if you keep saying it wrong.
who's Zor-El? Is that no one?
That's no one.
Is that Zorro's alter ego? Okay, so Jor-El. This is got a lot of people divided on on this part of the movie. What are our thoughts on the realization? Obviously, once they reveal the rest of the message, like what are we thinking about this Goku parents kind of direction?
It's been done in comics before.
Yeah.
Not that I was super familiar with it. My only thing was it just felt too like Omni-Man, like Invincible. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've just seen that like kind of recently. So for me, it was like, I've seen this very recent. So I don't love it, but I'm not mad at it really. I guess it's just like whatever. For me.
There's heavy speculation in Man of Steel that's also what Jor-El wants him to do. Henry Cavill's Superman to do.
If I'm not mistaken, no, go ahead.
He says that they need to conquer Earth and take it over. He just says it in a more gentle way. But it's in Man of Steel that's exactly the same thing he wants him to do.
Even in Smallville, Jor-El was kind of a dick, so it checks out.
He's a I mean, they're from a society that's like the Saiyans that are proud and they want their race to continue. And he even says in Man of Steel, he says we used to go planet to planet finding places to thrive. And then eventually we kind of got soft and stopped doing that. So they at one point they were kind of just those people that used to take over planets, and that's why they sent all those. That's why there was a ship there for Henry Cavill's Superman to find, because they were trying to find planets to live on.
Yeah,
and
I feel like it's interesting. I feel like if there's what if there's some kind of payoff down the line where like Zod's not around in this universe, and maybe his parents come down and figure out he hasn't like ruled this planet. Could there be like conflict between Clark and his birth parents if they're not dead, which they're probably dead?
I mean, if you want to piss some fans off, that you do that.
Exactly, you'd really piss some people off.
James Gunn's not going to do that. No,
I don't think James Gunn's going to make the sequel.
So here's the thing with Clark's parents. Would you rather find out in a future movie? It doesn't have to be a Superman movie. It could be like someone else's. Would you rather find out down the line that Lex actually manipulated this video, or would you rather this is what his parents really said?
I kind of assumed anyway. That's what happened.
I thought he did, but every single person, including Mr. Terrific, was like, yeah, there's no way they could have doctored this video. All these experts went through it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how do they know? This is an alien video.
I was kind of super
bro, look
mad.
At this guy.
I was kind of super mad that everybody just all of a sudden knew it was real. Like, the tone turned on him in 2 seconds. Now, I know they had to make it more cartoony because that's kind of what this movie was. They wanted to make it more like a Saturday morning cartoon or a comic book. So they had to have the whole town, like whole city, turn on him immediately. But like it was fast.
Yeah, it's like
one video comes out, nobody doubted it with all the AI we have now. Like
that happens. Nobody? I mean, that does happen.
Yeah,
I know, but it's like one person defending.
Look at cancel culture.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that's what
I feel
was
like
bring up.
Corey. Here's the thing: like I'm kind of in the middle with it because it does happen like that in real life. It's sad, but as soon as one thing comes out, people stick you to the fucking wall. But like it did feel a little goofy how fast it happened. Like the snap of a finger, everyone's like, "Fuck Superman," even though he's been here for 30 years and never done anything wrong.
Even mad that they turned on him that fast. I just think it was crazy fast.
It was fast, yeah.
I didn't even have anybody in the crowd be like, "Is this real?" They just all of a sudden were all yelling at him.
Yeah,
And thank God they took the flinching out because it didn't make sense.
The flinching, yeah. I know you hated the flinching. A lot of people did.
It reminds me a lot of like stuff in news you see today, and just people just over exaggerate, instantly believing everything they see online and just going with it, and then they
nobody does research.
They spread it without research. Exactly, that's what it reminded me of.
You're absolutely right, but I think there would have been a fair amount of people there being like, "We don't know if it's true, though." They didn't have anybody in the crowd, nobody, except that one Indian guy that, unfortunately, bad things happen to.
Mob mentality. Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight, baby.
If bad things do not happen to that guy,
do
is it Mephisto? Is that who that is?
Metamorpho.
Metamorpho. There's
not Mephisto.
There's too many fucking.
Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight.
You sound.
He's also I think called Element Man.
Anyway, he wouldn't have ended up helping Superman if that wouldn't have happened. So,
so at this point in the story, you have Superman in the Fortress of Solitude. He's fucked up. So they have this chair that so the whole Fortress of Solitude can shift towards the sun. And they have this thing that zooms in, pretty much ultra power, cures him like a motherfucker.
It magnifies the sun's beams.
Yeah. So, the healing factor is amplified. Obviously he gets off the chair at what they said he's at 83%.
Yeah.
And he goes and gets his ass rocked again.
Can I just say
number 4 is he beat you at 100% power. What are you thinking?
How dare you? That's Gary.
That's
Gary. Yet it isn't. We're not at that part of the movie yet.
Can I just say, even though he was in this for a very brief moment, his scenes were not the great. I don't know, his scenes were not a lot. I don't want to say they're not. I really enjoyed him.
That's one of my gripes.
Alan Tudyk is amazing.
I was excited for Alan Tudyk to be a voice in this, and he's barely in it.
Yeah.
Well, that's his parents.
What he was in was
that
phenomenal.
too. Bradley Cooper.
Well, I meant the other parent.
Yeah.
I really liked. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts.
Wait,
I know,
Steve,
it looked like her.
Steve, you like too, Ma and Pa Kent?
Yeah, well, I understood why they were barely in it, but one of my favorite parts was the movie was his speech to
his talk with his
Clark.
dad.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That was good.
At first, when they first showed Ma and Pa Kent on the phone, I actually was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to like them."
I did not like that part.
I was like, "Ooh, maybe I'm not going to like Ma and Pa Kent in this iteration."
That felt a little
I'm
too.
Tell you,
that felt like a little too easy humor. An old person doesn't know how to use a smartphone.
Exactly.
In 2025.
I felt like Martha's fucking
Why'd you say that
name? No, her accent was unbearable in that first scene when they're on the phone. I actually really hated it. Not gonna lie.
I think
she was a lot better later when he was there on the farm. But that first scene, I agree with you guys. That probably was my least favorite part of the whole movie.
Yeah, I feel like even though it's probably accurate to the area they live in,
it was.
They're a little bit too podunk redneck for me personally, but I did like them more on the farm, and I like the Pa Kent when he talked to Clark.
Yeah. James Gunn specifically asked a bunch of people from that area to talk, just to have conversations with them, and he had somebody, I guess, monitoring their accents and stuff, so he could cast some people with that type of accent. I will also say I love that they look normal. They don't look like Hollywood actors. They look like normal farmers.
They look Midwestern farmers.
They really do. They fit the billing perfectly.
Yeah.
All right. So after that, we have the next point of it's been dividing some people. We got this guy, right?
That's been dividing people?
Not this scene in particular.
I can tell you why.
Are you talking about the actor?
No, I'm not. Not necessarily the actor. His interpretation, some people haven't loved, but more so, it's his cronies, his group of techies. Shouting out 34C, 87B, 20,
his, raptors and
his raptors and
goons.
Yeah, it reminds me of
even though they all exist in the comics.
I was just say that whole thing reminded me of Mysterio and the drones from Far From Home.
I can see that.
It just felt identical to that.
No wonder I didn't love it.
Corey, no wonder I didn't love it. Corey, you remember how we couldn't figure out what Michael Rosenbaum's voice was that?
I figured it out.
Yeah, he was one of the raptors in the other dimension prison.
Yeah, so how did you guys feel about listen, the fight makes sense. Once you know the story, this is literally Superman fighting a clone of himself with a higher battle IQ because he has Lex Luthor in
His
his
Lex.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But the reaction time thing, I do kind of have issues with. Like, I know in the movie, like he's like, Superman's back and forth, so he can't punch all the time and stuff. But I feel like by the time Lex gets the message out, it gets to someone, they put it through a system, it feels like, I don't know if that would hold up. Like, I feel like Lex is smart enough, it should have been one supercomputer, and like, I don't know.
Exactly why I complained it was a one-sided fight the entire movie, because I felt like Superman would have been able to fight back quicker.
He didn't fight back quick enough, maybe.
My only justification for that is,
well,
first of all, Lex would have the kind of technology that there probably wouldn't be lag getting to the Bravian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He'd probably know exactly which thing to, or
it's a type of donut.
He has cream in him.
Don't we all?
We all
Dude,
we all have cream in us.
But the Bravian hammer, like, and it is Ultraman, so he's hearing him, and I don't know if you think about it, like a director who's directing a TV show, like a reality show, they're in a room saying camera 2, camera 8, camera 9, and it's going to that immediately. So there are people that do that, and Lex has been obsessed with fucking this guy up for years. So he's been memorizing these. Plus, if you pay attention, each letter is a specific body part.
Right.
So when he's saying A, it's it's a punch to the head. When he's saying D, it's the cape. When he's saying C, it's the feet.
Yeah, the letters like a body part.
And then the number, I think, is a different attack to that body part.
Right. A1, like, A1, A1.
So we know what that means. You can tell
A1,
you can tell what A1 was, because that was the first one he created, punching him in the fucking face.
He's like, I can't wait. He's like, I can't wait to use this one over and over again. Bro, Lex didn't even care about the war. He said that was just like a consolation. This dude spent $80 million for a chance to kill Superman.
Yeah.
That's how much of a fucking hater. He's a menace, dude. I love Nicholas Holt's like take on the character. I was pretty happy with the Lex.
I love him.
I haven't seen Rosenbaum, so he's probably still the GOAT.
No, he's good.
Yeah, I can't talk on that. I like this. This is my favorite Lex. I've seen the old Superman movies, not for a long time, but this is my favorite Lex.
This is what I will say. This is the best Lex Luthor we have gotten in a movie.
In a movie.
In a movie, hands down, it's the best Lex Luthor we've ever gotten.
So you're probably a little more comfortable with the old Superman movies, probably more than I am. You like them more than Gene Hackman and
Gene Hackman's good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
I love Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. But no, I would say Gene Hackman's number 2 now. Yeah.
I just love what a petty bitch he is.
I think it's just more accurate to the character.
It is.
It's the way he acts. It's the way he acts.
Especially with what the bullshit we got in the last fucking version of Lex Luthor we got on screen. This is such a huge fucking step up that maybe I'm looking at this with rose tinted glasses, but
Look at Bruce Wayne. Meeting finally.
I hate so much that I love both that character and Jesse Eisenberg, and that's what I fucking got. Like, it pisses me off to you don't understand.
For some,
Dale.
there's just a very specific thing
I'm Dale's
that Nicholas Hoult does with his Lex Luthor that makes me love him more than any of them, is the little things he does with his mouth and he's angry, he's sucking in, and then the little twitches. That's why he's my favorite Lex. Like, I love Michael Rosenbaum, but if you give me 1 or 2 more movies with this Lex, he's gonna go under them.
If Hoult can show a more calculating side to his character, because he was brilliant. He absolutely was brilliant, but he seemed more like, and he's obsessed with Superman and the fact of trying to take him down, but he seemed way too obsessive and not as much calculating as compared to Rosenbaum's Luthor, which is what I enjoy a lot about that version. But I think if we should, I imagine Luthor's going to get out of prison. Let's be honest. He always 100%. Does. I think we're going to get the calculating version of him. I think we have not seen all there is to see of this character. So
agreed.
I look very forward to seeing what else he can bring to the table. You're right, Corey. If we get another 2 movies with him, he could end up being my favorite Lex of all time.
I just wanted to say my only gripe with his iteration of the character is sometimes he does come off a little bit as like whiny and kind of like a man-child, and that's my only gripe. Other than that, I think he was phenomenal. It's just like near the end when he's like crying and kind of being like a little baby stomping his feet. Okay. That was my only issue.
Let me ask you this though:
He was so close.
if you were so obsessed with achieving this goal and you came this fucking close, and then you were thwarted by somebody who clearly isn't nearly as smart as you, I'm
True.
sorry, but
He's
you'd
not.
probably shed a tear too.
I don't know if I'd more so be probably pissed and lash out and like.
You've never been so pissed.
I would
like you start crying.
I would probably just swing on him, and even though he's a god, not
Right.
just get my ass kicked. But like,
Imagine. Yeah. Just imagine getting your ass kicked by his dog.
like,
I
I'm
mean,
just
Crypto
used,
came in and said, "I don't understand, Dad, or Uncle Clark.
I'm
What am
used
I
to,
doing
like,
wrong?"
animated series and like the Justice League show. I just like. I guess I'm more used to like an older, more like intimidating type of Lex, and
Yeah.
not more like a. Like
Well-
I said, he acted lashed out, kind of like a little child near
But-
the
but
end. Was a little crybaby.
But in his defense, imagine spending $80 billion and not hitting your goal. What is he, the Dallas Cowboys? Was he Jerry Jones? Oh,
I will say it's unfair to compare Rosenbaum and Holt because we had literally how many fucking hours of Rosenbaum's Luthor?
oh God, yeah.
And we've only got 2 hours of this one, so
You're right.
that's why I said I need those two. I need 2 more movies with him to fully see this character.
I already like him a lot. I just hope, like I said in the sequel, he kind of tones down that version, and he's kind of a little more cold.
Agreed. As
with
he
the
gets
next
like,
defeat.
as he's more lived in this universe,
think-
I hope he becomes more of the cold-sided. I just hope he still has some of the stuff that he brought to this movie. But
Oh,
Steve, I agree.
Beamaniacal.
A little, be maniacal, a little less whiny, and a little more intimidating. Wait till I get some power armor.
Yeah, and then he's 10 out of 10 for me. He's already
Correct.
like a close to 9 probably.
Nice.
I honestly think that this getting caught and going to prison and stuff's going to do that to him.
I think it'll ground
Okay.
him a little bit more. I think he's going to be a lot more like Mr. Terrific. He's going to realize I need to not worry about the emotional side of things. Because he let his emotions play a little bit of what was going on. And if he becomes the Lex that we truly know from the comics and everything, if he pushes that aside, I mean, you're going to see a completely more menacing character than we already got.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. Yeah, I think that is the intention with the character. I truly
Yeah.
think that's what
Yeah.
they want to do going forward.
Yeah.
And it's just going to make you love him all the more because you
Oh.
can remember when he was
I-
a little more whiny, but still a genius, holding his fucking
There's-
ex-girlfriends in this
This
prison.
is a younger
because they wrote a
version
blog.
too.
It's a younger version, yeah.
2 scenes with him are my absolute favorites. One we got, they showed the clip before the movie came out, was when Superman comes in looking for Crypto. Love that
Yeah.
scene, of course. Stupid dog, Red Cape. What did you just say?
Where's the dog?
I love that. And then for the scene we didn't get, which I don't know why this cracks me up so much, just the pettiness and like the irritation. When he knocks that cup down, he makes his people pick it up, and then he finally get done picking up. He's still bitching, and he fucking just knocks it down again without even bringing any attention to it whatsoever. He just fucking. I'm like, oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, shit.
My favorite scene with Lex is when he shoots what's the dude?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like,
Oh.
holy fuck, this dude's insane.
Not,
Oh yeah.
not only did he shoot him, but then he says,
He-
"Well, that ended quicker than I wanted it to."
Yeah, he's like, I thought that would take longer.
He's like, I'll be back with someone else you care about.
Yeah, that was good.
Maybe that reporter Clark Kent.
Yeah. Good luck with that, yeah. Dumbass.
That showed you that he doesn't know who he is.
Look,
Which that-
glasses.
Hey, again, that was very. That felt very the
I'd love-
Batman with the Riddler.
Yeah.
Well, I love.
We
I love
almost
the
had him,
glasses.
Bruce Wayne.
And I do want to say one thing about that specific area of the movie. I could see, because David Cornsweet did a very good job with the old like Reeves version where he's bumbling and kind of tripping
Yeah.
He
and he's
did,
constantly acting dorky, and
especially
he did a
in
very
the,
good job not being
Right.
Superman when he was Clark.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, you
I like
look at him
both
too
sides.
long, like Perry, when he looks at him a couple times, you can tell maybe Perry knows
Yeah,
what's going on.
It's
But-
the hypno glasses, dude.
Yeah, they bring that up a couple times in the movie.
Yeah.
I think the hypno glasses are actually real.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a thing in the comics.
Comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I know.
how they jokingly describe why nobody can tell he's Superman, but I love that they kept it. I love that James Gunn brought it into the film.
And
Yes.
I think
You
Mr.
can-
Terrific made them for him.
I could see that. I do love like sometimes like it's in the comic, it's like, well, it was in the comic. Like that doesn't mean it's not bad writing still.
Yeah.
Right.
It could just be bad
True.
writing in a comic. I'm not saying this is. I'm just saying that's funny when everyone's like, yeah, but it was in the comic. Like, well, maybe
Right.
it was shit back then. but not for this case. I'm fine with this. But Corey, I totally agree with you. I was actually going to make that same point. I think as Clark Kent, other than the stature, you would not think this guy is fucking Superman.
No.
He's such a bumbling, fumbling, klutzy kind of, like, he does a great job. Like, even though that's kind of him, even in Superman, he's a little klutzy.
Yeah.
But like as Clark Kent, he really just always looks lost. Like, he always looks like he doesn't know where he's going. You wouldn't think this guy's saving humanity.
And nobody's going to second guess his stature because he's a fucking Kansas farm boy. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
he's a big fucking buff.
We
dude.
grew up around farmers. There's some big fucking boys.
Yeah. So I mean, a nerdy dork or whatever you want to call him can be still a big dude because he had to work on the farm when he was a kid.
Yeah, and what I love about him, what I love about is Clark. Even though, again, I just talked about the Batman. If you're looking for that balance,
Ain't here.
this
But
is the Batman. This is like 90% Superman, 10% Clark. So if
Yeah.
you're looking for the balance, this first movie isn't it. This is
No.
Superman's story.
Which I was happy
there's-
it was.
Oh yeah, me too.
I believe it might be in a Kill Bill movie where somebody describes Superman as Clark Kent being his costume.
Yeah.
So really,
Yeah.
it makes more sense that
Yeah,
we
it's,
do get more Superman.
Kill
than-
Bill Volume 2 at the end when he's gonna
See?
kill Beatrix.
Ah. And again, I keep referencing. You can't see my poster back there. The Batman. Is it the Batman? Where does they say like no? This is your mask.
Yeah.
Is that right? That's Catwoman talking to him. Yeah. So
Sure.
again, so some Batman parallels. I don't want
Yeah.
Batman in this movie, in this universe,
Look,
at all.
Okay,
What-
here's the thing.
Good.
Go ahead, Steve.
I was gonna say, I think the last person they need to introduce in this world is Batman. Give it time, please.
Like
Give
any
it
Batman?
It's coming.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean if
Understandable.
we're gonna introduce some heroes and like if we're gonna do some sort of Justice League team up, like
Yeah.
obviously take your time with it and don't rush it and be dumb. Like
Well, I think James Gunn's going to be smart.
but I think Batman should be the last person they should worry about. I'm not gonna
Yes.
Did you
I
see
kind of agree with
the
you.
Did you see the exit on the highway for Gotham City?
Yeah, I saw it. Yep. The one little nod.
So it's there.
It's there.
Yeah, Batman exists. Let's be honest. We know he exists in his universe.
Well,
He's going
There's
to.
a ton of other.
And-
So can we
comic
get
book
a
things in
Teen
this.
Titans live action, please?
I believe James Gunn is considering that. But here's the thing: you can absolutely have Batman in this universe because they do it in the comics and cartoons all the time. Yes, Superman is this colorful, like super Boy Scout like character, and Batman's not. And they team up often. They're actually
Right.
really good friends,
Yeah.
and they clash all the time with their friends. They clash all the time with their perspectives because they live in completely different paradigms.
Yeah, I
Right.
just want them to wait and not have to worry about introducing Batman yet.
Yeah, because
I agree.
Batman's always a lot of pressure to any universe.
Your friends shouldn't have a contingency plan how to kill you.
I mean,
So,
do you
let's
blame the
say-
guy?
Let's
Probably
say
not.
at a company picnic they might sit together. The friends seems rough.
Yeah, friends
Yeah.
is obsessive.
So you're gonna tell me that
It,
Bruce
it,
is not a
it
friend?
depends. It depends
Real-
what.
Real friends die overdosed in a hot tub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
Oh man,
Could I, be
will
any
be
more
there
dead?
for you.
Could I be any more dead?
You're telling me that you don't think Bruce Wayne is a friend to anybody in the Justice League? I mean, for fuck's sake, him and Diana have like a relationship, and he has
Yeah,
a
that's
contingency plan for her too.
All right, so now that we're into the Clark stuff, right? So we're
Yeah.
seeing the Daily Planet, we're seeing where he works. Now we meet the coworkers, the merry
Yes.
bunch of coworkers. We
Yes.
have Lois, of course,
Yep.
which that
Naturally.
is not Lois.
Who's that?
There's Lois.
That's Lois, and of course we
Yeah.
have. Do I not have him? I don't have Jimmy Olsen on here. I thought I did.
Oh,
You don't
Oh,
have the ladies, man.
shame
I
on
love-
you.
I love that in today's society, James Gunn knew to make Jimmy Olsen like really like some unattainable thing to all these women because in today's
They're all like,
society,
"Oh."
geeks are hot. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing.
I will say I'm just gonna mention my least favorite part of the movie.
Oh yeah,
was-
and I'm gonna agree
was
with you right now.
Was Lex's
Oh,
bimbo girlfriend being
Yes.
like a focal point of the plot. I just hated it. I
Yep.
really did. I thought I hated her character too, and
You're supposed to hate her character.
it's not like that though. It's her being
Yeah.
involved. It's not her character itself.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
don't,
you're
don't,
supposed
hit,
to.
don't hit me with
You're,
that shit.
you're supposed to hate Lex Luthor.
They could
you
have
go-
found another way to get that information to Lois.
Yeah, I agree with
You're-
Steve completely. That's probably my biggest gripe. I
Here-
hate
here,
her
I'm
Biggest
gonna
inclusion.
say
gripe
this.
of the movie.
You're supposed to hate Eve as well. She's supposed to be extremely
Yeah.
annoying and obnoxious, and she is in all iterations.
Yeah,
Um,
but guys, remember, it's in the comic. The bimbo is in the comic.
Here's the other thing. This is not the first time in any type of Superman form of media where Eve has helped take Lex Luthor down. So it's not it's not something that didn't happen, and James Gunn just decided
Well,
to make
I don't.
happen.
Well, same thing with me. I don't think Steve's issue is if it ever happened or not. It was just terrible.
It was just
She
I
was
just didn't
terrible.
Like it at
Well,
all.
I will say, as far as plot twists go, when she sent all those pictures, I immediately was like, "Oh, all the shit that they need is in the background." I knew.
Yeah,
that.
when
I'm like,
even before like he did the Zoom.
yeah, I'm like,
She gave us funny parts with Jimmy Olsen, which I thought were hilarious. Just
those were
yeah.
fun.
I don't want this bitch. I don't want this bitch. She's way too annoying.
Steve's like-
but-
Steve's like, I know this. This is me. I deal with this all the time.
For Jimmy wanting that information from her, he was not willing to just say yes right away at all.
yeah.
Every
I love
time she
funny.
said, "Can we hang out this weekend?" He was like, Sure.
He's like,
yeah, sure.
he's like,
The
he's like,
whole
when?
weekend.
The whole weekend.
Whole
I love when
weekend?
I can't remember who it is talking about her, but they say something about her being hot, and he's like, hot.
I know.
It's like he didn't even realize she's hot.
And then at the end, he's like cuddling with her. Did he never realize
Well,
she was hot?
I think at the end, he kind of was like coming around to the idea of like
He
being
definitely
around
was.
her. But, well, because even when she first jumps on him and hugs him like that, he's like, "Oh God damn it!" Then he's like, "Oh, you know what? This ain't so bad."
You can have worse things in the world than a hot girl wrapping their
Yeah,
arms
Jimmy
around you.
Olsen.
I mean, he's dated Lois Lane, dude. He
When
just
she gives you those
bitches.
red flags, though, sometimes you got to stay away.
Yeah, for sure. So after you meet the crew, you get to meet Lois. And before the big interview scene that we'll talk about, you have Nicholas Hoult, you have Lex Luthor going to like this board, and he's trying to get funding for Planet Watch.
Yes.
Planet Watch is like his Omega stopping crew, like to
His
stop these
shield for the
metahumans.
world.
Yeah, his shield
Yeah.
for the world, his RDJ. So yeah, it's his force. Like it's so like you talked about. So we have a contingency, like something
Yeah.
to stop this metahuman because Superman is the strongest of all metahumans.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get the funding. So that's where it kicks off. They're like these people are scared to go against Superman because, like, first of all, he could destroy our fucking planet, and second of all, he's never given them a reason to be a suspect, so they don't want to give him the money. So that's
Fear's
what
strong.
kicks off. He has to find a way
Yeah.
to make Superman look bad.
Fear is strong.
Yeah, it is.
Can I?
He's
can I
grooming
make-
us.
I want to bring up something because you do keep tossing the word metahuman around, and I'm not siding with the people bitching about it, but there are people
Yeah.
that are upset that they call it Superman a metahuman in this film, because technically he's not. He is an alien from outer, like he's a completely different being. Metahuman is an actual
Yeah.
human with powers.
I'm just
Superman's
going
not
off
human.
what Gunn gave me.
But what else are they supposed to classify him as in this film? Like
An
these people who
illegal
aren't-
alien.
which she technically is.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's definitely no Israel
Treading.
Palestine type territory in this movie.
No.
that's the political stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There it is.
but you know what?
James-
it didn't even
James
seem.
Gunn did say
it
it's
didn't
political.
bother me.
No,
But
it seemed
No.
natural. It was natural to the story. It wasn't like it was like, oh, I really want to bring attention. No, fuck you. He had to have a conflict that Superman went into that would have
Well,
pissed the government off. Boom, perfect.
I have this argument with people so far for this movie is he's not Captain America. He's
No.
Superman. He
Yeah.
protects the world, not America.
yeah.
Yeah.
If there is something happening outside of our country, he's still going to go take care of it.
If he thought America was doing something wrong, he would stop them.
Right.
Perfect example is in the comics. Lex Luthor eventually becomes he eventually becomes the president. I guarantee you, there's many times in the comics where Superman stops Lex Luthor doing some shady shit as president.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dale, I don't get it. Are you hot? Do you need ice? I
Yeah,
don't
do you
know.
need?
Is he talking?
You
Is he
mentioned
talking about
illegal aliens? Ice?
Heisenberg ice?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that must be. That must be.
I was gonna say, I mean, like honestly, we get this with it seems like every superhero universe. I mean, the Sokovia Accords in Marvel.
Yeah.
I mean, they intervened in
Yeah.
matters that they obviously the government said, oh, you probably shouldn't have done that and put your nose where it didn't belong. So I think this is just one of those type things. That's why it didn't bother me at all, and it made sense for the character. He's trying to save
Oh,
everyone. He doesn't want anyone to get hurt.
I love his passion when he comes out, like when she's like fucking berating him with questions, which as a reporter, I understand why she was just doing her job. Did it seem a little unbearable? Sure. But that's what reporters are that way, man. Like, let's be real.
And she's business first, you know,
yeah,
she's work first.
And that's who Lois
She
is.
warns
If you don't know the character of Lois Lane, she's always put work before relationships, and that's what she tries to warn him.
Yeah,
when he's
and
about
in that
to walk
interview,
out the door.
And in that interview, she's like, if you can't handle these questions from me, like you're gonna get these questions from people more powerful than me.
Yeah.
You have to be ready.
I love the passion in him when he like loses his shit kind of for a second.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, people were gonna die. Like
People were gonna die. And by the
Like-
way, that's something people hated.
why?
It's not my Superman. He doesn't get mad like that.
He does though. He is more human than he is the Kryptonian. Like people,
Yep.
that is what is special about Superman.
But he
is-
can't have emotions.
It just shows how much he cares about life. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
You guys are going
Why?
to find out what a Kryptonian is when we see the Supergirl movie. Okay.
Here's the thing. Lois is, first of all, Superman is, he's in
Yeah.
over his head in this interview. Like,
Oh, for
he
sure.
he didn't know this was coming. Like it goes from like playfully defensive to he's actually getting upset. And
Yeah.
like, I think it is so well done. Like the conflict between them. She's asking the hard-hitting questions. And she was a little bit unlikable in that moment for me, but obviously I love her by the end. But I see why she had to do what she was doing. Although I will say if she put that story out, she could fuck Superman before Lex does.
Yeah.
But
Superman
She's
doesn't
obviously
have
not
time-
going to do that.
Superman doesn't have time for selfies. Did you
That's-
just refer to yourself in the third person?
Hashtag
Well, I was
super
trying something out.
Hashtag
Oh,
super
I
shit.
have-
You
I
know
have a
that one
comment.
personally bothers me.
I have a comment about that later when we get to the monkeys.
Okay, but the
Mike,
thing
we all
is,
have comments about a lot of things in this movie.
I know, but,
But-
I have something that it's a theory I have, and you guys might agree with me, or also might have the same theory.
Yeah.
but what I love about
Snyder
this
bots.
interview, the Snyder bots are here. Is that what those little flying drones were? Snyder bots?
I think
There's actually another thing that those monkeys represent.
Yeah. No, but what I want,
I think it was James Gunn's way of being like, this
Mike?
is these are you Snyder bros.
Mike,
will you
that's your
stop
theory
jumping
for
ahead?
later. I had something relevant to say about the interview.
Stop
before
jumping
we-
ahead in the story.
Sorry.
So the interview portion, what I like about it most of all, other than the dynamic, the back and forth, I love how the whole thing's done. It's 12 minutes long, the scene. It doesn't feel like it.
It's a great
It's just-
scene.
Yeah, you're so invested. But what I love is he's the Boy Scout, right? He wants to save lives.
Yeah.
She is the one with like the bureaucratic red tape. You can't just go into these areas as someone representing America. You can't just go into these countries, take their leaders and fucking put them against a cactus. Like you can't do that.
Quills weren't even that big.
Yeah. Like you can save lives, but you can't do that. That could be considered a terroristic attack.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
she's pointing out to him like, listen, what you're doing, I think you're well intentioned. Other people might not feel that way. You could be deemed a terrorist.
It's different. She knows him.
Yeah, and he's not thinking that way. He's such like a childlike, innocent. He wants to
Yeah.
save people. That's his whole thing. That's what I love about the Superman is like he values life over everything else. That's all he cares about. Like he's altruistic. He doesn't even take care of himself. He's suffering in this movie the whole time, but he still wants to help. He wants to help the fucking dog, which I love that he says. She's like, it's just a dog. He's like, yeah, he's not even a good one, but he's out
I
there.
love
alone and
that
he's
so
scared."
much.
And like it got a big laugh in the theater, but like it got me a little bit emotional. It's like he's fucking even this dog that he doesn't even really
Yeah.
like. He's
Yeah, he
willing
said-
to
he
get
said,
in prison
"Why are
and
you-
go.
Why are you turning yourself in? Because he's out there. He's alone and he's probably scared.
He's probably
It's
scared.
like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's
This
he's such-
superpowered dog. Are you really this? You don't even seem to like him.
Yeah, exactly.
He
He's
doesn't.
just such a fucking. He's a solid dude.
Yeah.
And again, that's why I like having the Justice Gang here for that back and forth. Like,
Well-
they're working for. You guys probably know his name. Some evil
Maxwell
dude.
Lord.
Maxwell Lord,
played
yeah.
by James Gunn's brother.
Sean.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's Sean Gunn. But
Yep.
Maxwell Lord is a pretty prominent character in the DC world as well.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously
He's actually a kind of a bad guy too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's like
Morally gray.
morally gray.
He's the Grey Jedi.
Yeah.
He's the great Jedi.
Hello there.
Yeah, so after the interview, obviously things are very heated. She says she's not good in relationships. You see that moment of conflict with him where he wants to like talk to her or say sorry maybe, but he walks out.
Now,
Yeah,
actually,
he's pissed that he doesn't try and just leaves.
that
The way she looks
when she
back,
when
she's
she
like,
comes around, like, did you seriously just fucking leave after I said that?
yeah.
And that's the
That's
complication of
such a-
relationships. That's real.
That's a real relationship right there.
It
yes.
is.
Yeah.
Everyone's
like, yeah.
been there. Everyone's been there. You give too much attention, you're annoying, and if you don't give enough attention, you're like, wow, he
Yep.
doesn't even care.
Yep.
He's been there. He's
Motherfuckers.
been there.
But if you walk out, you don't have to hear the. He doesn't
That's
care.
true.
Shit. So he walks out of the interview. Obviously, tensions are high there. And then now we are on to Nicholas Holt. I keep calling him fucking. I'm sorry. I love Nicholas Holt. Lex Luthor. We saw earlier that the engineer girl, she tried to go into the Fortress of Solitude. She failed.
Yeah.
You need a
Corey-
DNA pass.
Yeah.
Corey, I had a question
So-
for you. So I'm not familiar with the engineer character.
Adrian was talking.
Well, this is an okay time to ask.
No, this is actually prominent or relevant to what he's saying. Is the engineer character in the comics? And
She
is
exists.
she
Oh, yeah.
like that?
She's actually part of the.
But is she like that?
What are they called? There's a group of like villains that fight Superman. I can't remember what they're called. It's like a Sinister Six of
The Raptors?
Superman villains. But she's one of the main ones. Yes, the engineer exists, but her full body is usually metal. It's not usually nanobots. They changed that.
Then
But
They are-
she's usually like
The
a
crime
side-
the crime
cyborg.
syndicate.
Yeah,
that's
that's the
that's
crime
it.
syndicate.
there it is. So you have the crime syndicate. Now you have Lex and the engineer and his team, Ultraman. How did they get in that door? But you have Lex and all them break into the Fortress of Solitude, and this is where they fucking wreck all the robots. The poor
Yeah.
robots.
No, Gary,
Gary,
I love you.
Gary.
did the dog thing get a reaction from your guys' theaters when she
Yeah,
put his
yeah.
head in Nano?
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
"Ugh."
That-
Got a
yeah, that-
reaction out of me.
I
I
specifically
can't
looked
find
over
my
at-
sunglasses. That was a little
Yeah.
rough.
I specifically looked over to Amber because I mean she's huge against that kind of violence.
Oh
too.
yeah.
And she got this look on her face like, oh, I can't believe they just did that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a CGI dog for the most of the movie, but fuck,
And
it's
just
still,
think nanites
it's still a
went
dog.
down that dog's throat. Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom is I think that's who fights the
That's-
Justice League, but close
Yeah.
enough.
Legion of Doom is the big villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Group. I was talking about the lower level.
I love
Yeah.
that. Legion of Doom. What's up?
Legion of Doom's awesome.
Also, what's up, Tristan?
I
Okay.
am the villain of the story.
That's
So-
they're usually run by Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so breaking into the computer, finding some dirt's going to take a while. They need a distraction,
A distraction.
and the distraction obviously is our kaiju friend. You give me a Superman movie with a kaiju, that's a win-win.
Dude, when-
They even call it kaiju.
They do.
when they first released him and he starts running out and he fucking hits that thing or whatever and it bounces him towards the city, I'm
Mhm.
like, the fuck? Like, I know this thing's gonna get bigger, but how? Because that thing's just tiny and adorable.
I love the one guy. The one guy even says, "That thing's not very big." He goes, "Oh, it'll get bigger."
It'll get bigger. That's what she said.
Next fucking scene, giant foot. So, all right, I guess it did.
Oh,
And
two superhero movies this summer in July are gonna have giant feet crash into the city.
Giant feet. Yeah,
That's true, bro. This foot fetish thing is getting out of hand.
it is.
Expedition
When did Tina
33.
have a part in this?
He's like, but what if Lois pours the alcohol down her foot and I drink it?
There's Hideo Kojima. He also loves feet for some
He
reason.
does.
It does.
So we got the kaiju, and again, this is just Superman on display being a great person. He's trying to save the city while trying to save this fucking giant creature because it's still, it has value, it has life. He
Yeah.
wants it to get studied on like a zoo, an intergalactic zoo. He wants like something useful to come out of it. And of course, the Justice Gang, they're not really with Superman, so they don't have to
No.
listen to Superman.
They work for Maxwell Lord.
This was our introduction to them, right? The Justice Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they showed
And,
up.
and they take this motherfucker and explode his stomach from the inside out.
That was Mr. Terrific.
It was.
I'm going to say this, and I want to see if any of you guys think about it and agree with me. Does Mr.
Okay.
Terrific's character remind you of Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder at all? Because the entire movie, dude, I was like, he reminds
go
me
on.
of him so much. Just
Like,
the way he talks and sounds. and acts.
his personality and stuff. Yes,
I was like, this is Robert Downey Jr. from
Look.
Tropic Thunder, and I love it.
Since we're on the subject, though, I have a fun fact. If nobody knew, he
He's
is the
Darwin.
guy who played Darwin in the movie
Yes.
with Nicholas Holt.
Yes, I'm so glad he got redemption because Darwin,
Yeah.
what
Yes.
a shitty fucking death. And Mr. Terrific is a lot of people's favorite character,
He's
and
terrific.
and
He's
it
terrific.
highlights what James Gunn does great. Is I think James Gunn does even better with the obscure characters.
Yes.
Like he
Oh,
did
yeah,
good, he
yeah.
did good with Superman. I loved his take on Superman, but he takes these characters that people don't care about, and he makes you care. Like look at the Justice Gang, look at the Suicide Squad, look at the
Okay.
Guardians of the fucking Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
think that's one thing. Like, even people that didn't like this movie come out saying, like, Mr. Terrific was incredible.
Yes,
Like,
he's
he
great.
was
terrific.
and his fight maybe the best fight of the movie.
That was
Like,
fucking
It's
phenomenal.
awesome.
I kind of love watching Superman just grab that bitch and spin her around, though, dude. I laughed every
Oh, yeah.
time. He's just whipping her around. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Did that give you like Hulk vibes? Did that give you Hulk vibes with Loki when he was like fucking slamming her around and shit?
Next thing, another point of contention. You have another trailer shot: Superman and Lois in the apartment with the dimensional imp in the background. It turns out it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
There's a lot of people like, why the fuck isn't Superman out there? Like during the trailer, and it's a valid question. It's fair.
It makes a little more sense after the movie, though.
It makes sense in the movie. I love how they're having this heartfelt moment, and you just see like Guy Gardner in the back making like baseball bats and
Yeah.
shit. Fucking hit him.
I love that.
I-
I love that. Before she asks what's going on, she just kind of keeps looking out the window. Like,
I
is he
know.
not going to acknowledge what's
I
happening?
do love like did you just come in from helping them? He's like, nah, they got
Oh
it.
no, that's just a dimensional imp. They got this.
They got it.
I do love
Corey,
so
Corey, she
I
said,
kinda,
Corey, she said, are you going to help them? And he went,
yeah.
Man of Steel nod.
I do-
Steve knows.
Part of me wonders if the Justice Gang was put into this movie just for like that kind of purpose. Like, oh, there's other shit going on. Why isn't Superman taking care of it? Because he's got bigger fish to fry. He's got to find Crypto.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he's got to find
He
crypto.
was in this movie.
He was. I
Corey.
loved it, dude. I loved it so much. As
Same.
soon as they
Oh,
cut,
yeah.
to him,
I
they
geeked
cut to
out.
him, I was like, "Yes,
He's
Peacemaker
just-
made it."
He's just jealous of me.
This is Peacemaker's. This is Peacemaker's first movie in theaters.
Oh yeah, it is.
Suicide Squad was straight to streaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
because of fucking COVID.
Yeah,
It was great. I loved it.
dude, I can't wait for
The
season.
the goddamn woke corona.
I will say, I was kind of hoping Superman would have like flew out real quick and just got rid of the fucking thing, like, and just flew right back in.
That would have been really.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a cartoony moment.
Yeah,
Like he just sighs and then goes
Yeah.
out, beats it up, and comes back in.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
And to
Uh,
hear like Guy Gardner yell, "Oh, we had it!" or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, so you have unless you wanted to say something about that scene with Superman and Lois. This is the moment he tells Lois he loves her
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yes, him mentioning Guy Gardner. I just wanted to say this is probably my favorite thing that Nathan Fillion has been in for James Gunn. I think he did pretty well with the Guy Gardner character.
Might as
This
well
is
just
the
talk
most
about
he's
the
had to
Justice
do
Gang.
in
Yeah.
James Gunn's movie.
And he's still
uh,
going to be in the Lanterns show.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he promised lots of f bombs out of Guy
Mhm.
Gardner, which I'm
I
excited.
saw
about.
that.
Yeah,
I saw
that
from
makes
the
sense.
interview I saw with Nathan Fillion, a couple of them. He said Guy Gardner's like the Green Lantern you don't want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
It's
fun.
gonna take Hal Jordan, even Kyle Rayner,
John Stewart.
all before him for sure. I don't know any other ones. If
I
there
can't remember
is,
his direct
for
quote, but it was
He's like
so
a-
funny. It was something
He's like
like,
he's like an ex Boston cop who was fired for doing something stupid
uh,
and somehow ended up with a lantern, like a
Yeah,
ring.
his quote in the interview was so funny. It was like I can't remember verbatim, but it was something like he's like, Guy Gardner's like when you're in trouble, it's like, oh, Green Lantern's on the way. Yes. Oh, it's Guy Gardner. Shit.
Can we talk about? We might as well just talk about the Justice Gang entirely. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it right
yeah.
now. Another one of my least favorite parts of the movie was Hawk Girl. I just felt like she was just kind of there, and she looked like a little girl, and her helmet was like 6 sizes too large for her head. I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't love that character at all.
How did you feel
The
about
other
the
two.
screeching? I know it's right out of like the Justice League cartoon, but how
I
feel
loved
about
the
it?
screeching.
I did too.
It was-
I get
I
why
actually-
you wouldn't like her as a
Yeah.
character. She was kind of like the
She was just there.
like Black Adam, the tornado girl,
Yeah,
whatever her
yeah.
name was. She was kind of just there.
She did have I did enjoy
I
her
wish
scene though.
It had more to do.
That scene where she screeches and then the guy's like, "You won't kill me. You're like Superman."
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's like, "I'm not
Yeah.
like Superman." Bye, fucker.
Drops him. I'm hoping they go, and she did say in an interview that they are going the fucked up route with that character, where her character in the comics is like her soul is gone and the previous Hawk Girl's soul went into her body, and she has her memories and the memories of the girl whose soul left her body, who is this Hawk Girl now, used to cut herself, and like she has a deep like suicide story. And she said in an interview that when they do explore her story that they've told her, her background story, it's going to be super fucked up and she doesn't know how it's going to work.
What is she?
So I'm curious.
Is she some kind of Suicide Squad?
She also said that she hopes that they explore the relationship between her and Jon Stewart, her character and Jon Stewart's character, like they did in the Justice League cartoon.
Yeah.
She just wants to sleep with that.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the character, I guess, either. But like, I remember like in the animated show, and I just felt like it was I don't know. It just seemed like a different version. It might be a different version.
Well, Hawk Girl in the animated stuff always had Hawkman right beside her, and they were a cool bounce back and forth.
True.
So without him there, maybe her personality came through too much.
Well, there was three of them, though, right? There was Hawkman, there was Hawk Girl, and there was Hawk 2.
I knew it was coming, and I went to fucking.
What are we, 3 months in the past?
When Wally West would fucking hit on every girl in the Justice League.
Okay, so Superman, after his talk with Lois, Superman decides to turn himself in. So he's given himself to Lex, he's given himself to Ultraman, he's given himself to fucking, what's his name, Gurkos. Cool name, but he sucks. The guy that Hawk Girl kills. So Superman turns himself in. He doesn't know what that means. So they take him. What'd you say?
Rick Flag Sr. as well.
Rick Flag Sr., yeah. So they take him to our introduction to the Pocket Dimension. Pocket Dimension is basically this little, a little wormhole, this little loophole where no American laws, no world laws apply in this place. So Lex technically has free reign because it's a lawless land.
And Adrian, you're going to hate this.
Huh?
But this was already brought up in Peacemaker. He keeps his equipment in a pocket universe kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What Peacemaker does?
Yeah. Like his racist white dragon father.
Yeah.
Keeps all of his stuff in his pocket dimension.
Then I hate Superman. Fuck him.
Does that mean that Lex Luthor probably helped them with this pocket dimension thing?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Peacemaker's not exactly like a good guy.
Well, his dad was the leader of the Klan, bro. I mean,
literally.
I'm sure Lex Luthor loved him. Honestly,
I'm sure he did.
He helped him in any way.
His powers in the comics were literally being the white dragon of the KKK and using them as his grunt workers to kill.
He's like, I'm out of here.
No, I have to use the bathroom really bad.
All right, boys.
Everyone knows that Mike's gonna go take a shit.
All right, so Superman turns himself in. We're brought into this pocket dimension. Obviously, Lex had this planned out. Yeah. He's got him in this one box that happens to have Corey. Would you say is his other name, Mr. Elemental, Mr.
Element Man? I think
Element Man. And it's discovered that kryptonite is no longer on Earth. Whatever kryptonite was left over here was removed.
Who has it?
Who has it? I don't know. Does Batman have it?
I think Batman has it. That's my theory. Ooh. Batman or Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
I think those are the two that probably have it.
Do you think there's any possibility that he just had the Superman robots remove it?
That is one of the theories, is that he had them all go clean it all out. But I think that's a little, now the Element Man's on his side, that's a little too. Yeah. What are they going to do now? They got to have kryptonite in this world.
Wait a second. In the movie at this point, did Superman know that he was weak to kryptonite?
I don't know if he knows shocked by it.
Okay. I don't know though, because when he first his hand crystallizes and Superman kind of has his eyes like, I've never felt pain like this. Maybe it's just because he's in pain. Maybe not surprised. He's
just not used to feeling pain.
He's like, this fucking hurts.
Even though when he's being healed by the sun, he's in a lot of pain. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of people didn't like that scene, and I kind of get it, because in a lot of comics, I mean, he just flies into the sun and he's really hurt or whatever, and he's just fine.
Yeah. Right.
It's not like I'm in agonizing pain while I'm being healed thing, but I didn't
love
really care.
I love that you can hear the bones and organs like snapping back into place. It's great.
It is. It's a nice little touch. So you have the roulette thing you talked about earlier. He's playing Russian roulette in there, which is a totally fucked up scene.
I
goes way
loved
too
it.
fast.
I loved it.
Yeah, that happened way too fast.
It just showed how like he didn't care. Obviously,
he didn't
near
care
the
at
end
all.
of the movie, you really see that he doesn't care. But
Oh,
like
God, yeah.
that was like, oh shit, like this dude's just doesn't care.
He was more
upset.
He was only pissed that he didn't get more information before the bullet happened.
He's like, what the fuck? We have the incredible scene. So we have Lois Lane go talk to the Justice Gang. That's when Guy Gardner reveals that she knows who Superman is.
I love. He's like. So you know who he is, huh? And she's like, what? He's like, the X-ray glasses. Like, it makes him look different. But do you know who he is?
So you know he's Clark Kent.
So you know he's Clark Kent. Why does he trust everybody?
He's like, of the cloth.
I love that. He's like, well, he doesn't trust everybody, just us, because we're fellow men of the cloth. She goes, of the cloth. Just
great moment for great moment for Nathan Fillion.
Oh, I love it so much.
You have that Indian guy getting shot in the head is what sets off Element Man. Like he starts bursting out in tears. His son is across the way, Joey.
Yep, Joey.
He finally stops torturing Superman. Good.
It is funny. The name Joey.
When he said that, I don't know why. Like in the theaters, I just laughed because like
I am Metamorpho and Joey.
And he's like my son Joey, and I'm like, I just thought it was so
funny. To clear that up a little bit, in the comics, Metamorpho was turned into Metamorpho because he started dating Lex Luthor's sister. Lex didn't like it and dumped acid or something on him, and it gave him the ability to use elements and turn himself into elements. And he did have a baby, Joey, with that stag girl. And Joey can turn other things into material, like kind of like Midas's touch. You can touch something and it'll turn into an element.
Okay. So yeah,
but Joey's a weird fucking name.
It is a weird name.
Go get Joey, please.
We have Metamorpho and Kal-El and Joey. So Superman, the kryptonite is removed. Here's one of the hero shots of the trailer. Superman gets up, fucking punches through the glass. Great moment.
I love that was finally cleared up because everybody was like, why would he need to wind up to break the glass?
Right.
You know?
And
I'm glad they cleared that up.
And it's such like an inspirational moment in the movie with John Williams' score playing. It's just so fucking good. The thing I'll say about the score didn't particularly stand out for James Gunn. It's mostly just a lot of other versions of John Williams' original, which is great. I love that's one of the best scores of all time. Superhero.
He just added some electric guitar in there.
Yeah, just different takes on it. So I mean, fine, but
I'll use the same example. Like I defended the hell out of the Batman. One of people's biggest gripes about the Batman was, they just reused his theme too much. What's his fucking theme song? So, it's like when Stone Cold Steve Austin fucking came to a ring, dude. Like when he shows up, dude. There you go. You play his fucking song. So
you were never disappointed to hear that glass shatter. Never.
Hell no.
Yeah. That's like for me, it was like every time Batman walked in a room in that movie and I heard that song, I was like, dude, he's fucking here, baby. Let's go.
Y'all are fucked.
Same with this. It was like I feel like with the times they did use the song were the right moments and they were like the biggest moments, and I thought that it worked. Yeah, you could have used maybe a better score overall, but it didn't bother me.
Sorry, good.
My only personal issue with the music was it never really got going.
Yeah.
It would only play enough to build up and it would never really hit.
Yeah, right.
They never let it hit. That was what bothered me about it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say something, I forgot it. You know, it's
Pocket Dimension stuff?
No, Pocket Dimension. I
enjoyed that whole sequence.
Okay, there you go. I was gonna ask that. How did we feel about the Pocket Dimension?
I liked it. The antimatter river and everything. Yeah.
It was cool to see Superman down for a minute to let other people shine. Like, I'm so glad Lois had shit to do in this movie. Like, I loved Amy Adams. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I like that Lois Lane was not just some, like his fucking girlfriend in this. Like, she
Yeah.
had an important piece in the entire story, and she even went out, obviously, out of her way to get
Yeah.
help and go save Superman, which
I
I love.
got,
She was willing to roll her sleeves up and get out there and help.
and it was, she'd only been dating him for 3 months, and she said she's not good at relationships, so she took a big leap.
That super dick.
That's super dick, I'm telling you. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit! And then
Do you think he's circumcised? Because he
An
came to
alien.
Earth as a baby. I don't know if they could have cut the skin off.
can you
No,
get
he's
his
an
skin off?
alien, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
By the way, did you guys know?
He's a
Kryptonite scalpel.
Did you guys know that there's a version of Superman where he's not born until his pod's open on Earth because they want him to be like American? So he's
Wow.
technically an American in that run because he's not born until he
God.
crash lands.
Wow.
Oh Jesus! So after that we have the Mike. Did you have anything you wanted to say about the what do we call it, pocket dimension? Did you like the Joey, the whole escape, Metamorpho, Crypto coming in?
I did.
Ooh.
I mean, it was a pretty
Oh.
intense. There's a pretty intense moment, like when he's holding the baby.
Oh yeah,
A baby.
Like the
The
entire
baby.
time, I'm thinking like, how is he not crushing this baby? Because he's like, gotta be. Me personally going through that, I'd be like, oh, I can't let go. And he'd probably like,
Right.
Yeah.
but
Corey, what'd you say the thing was? The pixel, like the river?
Antimatter.
Antimatter river.
yeah, the
Which-
antimatter river.
Anyone else touches that and they get fucking demolished. I just
That's
think
why
it's
he was
funny.
holding the baby up out of
Yeah.
it. the whole
That's why I
time.
think it's funny that everyone's like, well, this Superman's so weak. It's like, okay, well, he fucking went and escaped the
Yeah.
black hole,
Yeah.
and he was in that the
Yeah,
entire time, and he was fine. So it's like,
My
It's
my
really
favorite part of
weak.
that. My favorite part of that whole thing, though, honestly, was the foreshadowing of Crypto when he was
With
biting
Getting
the T spheres.
biting the T spheres, yeah.
Because that came
These
that
ain't
came
cheap.
back. That came back full circle later when he was fighting Ultraman, and
Yeah.
he's like,
Get the toy.
"Yeah, get the toy."
Bro, one of my favorite lines in the whole movie is like when he's using one of his Mr. Terrific's using one of them as a drone.
Yeah.
She's like, "Do you see them?" He's like, "Yeah, there's Superman, a weird baby, a squid guy,"
the squiggly guy.
Squiggly
dude.
guy.
and she's just like, "What?" It's such the delivery was perfect on that.
I think that was the line. I was like, dude, this guy reminds me of fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
dude.
his
Uh,
his other line when she's like talking to him about her relationship issues with Clark.
yeah.
He's like, I said, I don't care about people's emotions.
I love the
Another-
garage door, man.
Oh,
the
yeah.
garage door.
The garage
even
door's
said-
taking forever to go up. You spent all this money on a giant T-shaped ship. You can't get a faster door. I haven't worked on it yet.
I
I haven't
fucking
got
love it.
around to that yet.
I said to Amber, I said, God, that garage door is so fucking slow. And then not even 5 seconds later, she mentions it. I'm like, ha, see?
Another one of my favorite jokes in this movie is unfortunately featuring the selfie girl, but it's when Jimmy's trying to get information out of her, and just out of nowhere she blurts like, "Lex tortured a dog last week." He's like, "What the hell?" I love it. But Superman finally gets out of this pocket dimension. All's good there. He's getting out. He's trying to fucking stop Lex. And this is like where the city's like starting to fucking split in two.
Yeah.
Because of the pocket dimension being unstable, because Lex is a genius, but he didn't think it all the way through because of how much he hates Superman.
Yeah.
And this is the part where he's just going to let everybody die because they sided with Superman.
I love when they disconnect their ship pod from the building.
Oh yeah.
They start moving, and then that guy's like, I don't know where we're gonna land when the Earth is gone. But
Yes. I was like,
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
So you have Superman like going around trying. Well, first of all, you have Mr. Terrific trying to get Superman back. He's like, "Hey, are you close?" Or so you have Superman coming, and like maybe the best shot in the entire movie is like when he stops that building from falling on the bridge and him
Yup.
rising out of the
Yeah.
fucking ashes, and just that
Yes.
score playing. So
Yup.
good, dude. That's aura farming right there. Superman's aura farming, 100%.
100.
100. This is such a
Um,
dude. Gave me chills. Gave me fucking
Yeah.
goosebumps.
Yep, same.
So there's only one thing. There's like a plot armor that kind of irritated me in this.
Uh huh.
It's such a small thing too. So I know you guys are gonna
Mike's
be like,
nitpick.
your fucking mic goes again.
I might agree with you.
The fucking plot armor of him being like, oh yeah, the ship's intuitive, it's easy to fly. To make it easy to understand why Lois would be able to fly it is like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I
can see
didn't like that either. I didn't like that she could just easily get.
I'm
in
not-
there. I mean,
I'm not
obviously
mad at
she
that.
struggles at
But
first.
they explain that it's intuitive and that she'll be fine. That
Mike-
that was their way of being like, it's fine.
Mike,
We
I'm
have
not-
to explain this, otherwise people are going to be even more pissed that we didn't
Yeah.
explain how she could fly it.
Yeah,
Which
I'm not
is
I'm not
true.
mad at that. I'm not mad at that complaint. Like, you could say it's nitpicky or whatever, but I get it. That's fair.
No, I totally get that one, but at the same time, like I think Mr. Terrific is smart enough to have put
He
in a
is.
failsafe for it to be intuitive. So I
Yeah,
think
but
I
dude-
think now, did we need him to be like, I'm smart, I put in a thing for it to be intuitive? No. So I
Well,
think they just put in there it's intuitive, and we were supposed to gather.
I
that
think he
in
put
fail safes.
I think him saying that alone was to keep more people from
Being
bitching
mad.
about how
I agree.
Yeah.
could she fly it.
Yeah, I mean, the
Because
dude has
that
what
really
fucking-
honestly wasn't even necessary to say, except otherwise to make the fans be like,
Otherwise,
oh,
people
okay,
would
that's
know.
why
why
she
I
could
was
fly it.
there.
Yeah, I mean, the dude has fucking
Plot
7
armor.
PhDs. He's pretty smart. So you got after that, you have the next fight, Superman again on, well, actually the Cleveland Guardians baseball stadium,
Yeah.
but they had to call them.
Yeah.
I think the Meteors is what they called them.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Metropolis
makes sense.
Meteors.
Yeah, you got Superman
That's a cool
versus
name.
Ultraman and the Engineer on the baseball field. The only thing I really thought was goofy as hell in this fight was the kick in the nuts.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Like when Ultraman kicked him in the balls and he's flying backwards, like
I thought it was hilarious.
It was
I loved
hilarious.
I
It's
loved
funny,
it.
but I was like, what the hell?
Can you imagine a Kryptonian kick to the nuts?
Oh no, we would all die.
I think
Yeah.
it was just his face too. And I saw someone
Well-
sent me like a fucking meme of it with like Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon's face. He's like,
I-
it's so stupid.
Well, as I said before we started this, the up close shots when he's flying, I just think I still think they look goofy and off.
yeah,
And
they fixed
I
the eyes
like
a
it a
little
lot.
bit, but
he's like, I can't do it right now. I'd have to
He's
like
like-
focus on my camera. I can make my one eye
Yeah.
go fucking way over there, but like it just looks a little goofy. And he's like that slight little smirk, and it's like fucking like this.
Yeah.
Fucking- and I just think it looks kind of dumb.
Think about hold on. Think about the face you would make if that much wind was in your face.
I don't care. I'm just saying I don't think
Whether
it looked
he's
great.
Superman
I
or
still don't
not.
think it looked
I just-
great.
I
said,
just
I
think
don't care.
I just think compared to the Man of Steel flying when you didn't see anything moving,
Yeah.
I think it was better.
The hair was
But-
cool.
Yeah.
They put CGI in his hair so you could see the wind blowing.
Yeah.
That was cool. But I'm kind of on the fence on that one too. So a couple parts look kind of goofy, like the trailer
Yeah.
shot after he says like, "Hey, big guy, up here." The flying was cool, but then that's when he's like, "Fucking." it was weird.
Yeah, that first time he goes through the mountains and then it shows him flying back towards Metropolis. Okay, it's a little weird.
Yeah,
But everything after that, I think the flying was dynamic and
yeah.
cinematic
Oh,
and beautiful.
yeah. Otherwise, the flying looked fucking great.
There was there's
yeah.
only one moment where the CGI I think looked a little spotty.
What was that?
And that's when the engineer was doing this weird flip thing right before she attacked somebody.
And her body
it
like, goes from the
looked
bottom.
I hated
of
that.
yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah. It
Why,
looked
that
weird
was
and
so unnecessary.
It was
To
I
do
think
the
the-
handstand thing to turn yourself back,
yeah.
it would have
Yeah.
taken just as much time
Her-
to just turn around.
Seems counterproductive.
It was very counterproductive.
Yeah.
I-
If anything, I think she might have opened herself up to an attack.
Yeah.
My thing with the engineer is like I don't feel like she utilized her powers enough. It was always just like razor blades. That's all she
Yeah.
made.
You know what she
She was
felt
a
like
little
to me?
generic.
She felt like a knockoff version of Brainiac.
She is a
Yeah, I don't
knockoff
know
version
enough
of
about
Brainiac.
them. So
I actually want
Brainiac
to
is
be the-
a Brainiac is like a
Brainiac will be-
big Superman villain.
Superman villain.
I look forward to
I
him
hope-
hopefully being
I
in
hope
it.
I hope they go the route of Brainiac killing Ma and Pa Kent.
Ooh.
I think
There's
they
a-
should.
there's a
I think they should do
storyline.
that in the next movie just to build his
Yeah.
Adrian,
His character up.
character.
if they do Brainiac, you're gonna love the villain of Brainiac.
Yeah, he's great.
Really?
He's a better version
Yeah.
of the leader from Captain America.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was just
Very
gonna say,
similar.
very
is he
similar.
better than that guy?
He's much better.
Oh, he's so much better.
Well,
if they get
to
the
be
right guy
fair-
to play him.
To be fair, nothing against Samuel Stearns, but the leader's usually a cooler character in the comics.
Yeah.
They kind of fucked him up in that movie. But Brainiac's a much, much better version he's an alien who literally is the smartest thing in the
Actually,
universe.
if depending on which version, Brainiac was actually invented by Kryptonians.
Okay.
So
whatever route they go.
He's literally just a computer.
Terry does not want to see Mom watch.
I like his big ass ship. It's just like a giant fucking skull thing, dude.
Yeah.
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 Fucking dope.
Okay, so we're right near the end now. Superman's fighting these two. She gets him with the nanites. Like I said, this is the Matrix sequence that are going down his throat. He can't breathe. They're in his lungs. His big plan is to fly high in the sky. They think he's trying to get away. His big plan is to get out of the atmosphere. Oh, go, Steve.
I thought he was going to fly into the sun, but I will
That's
say
what I
that
thought too.
I didn't love that. Like, I felt like he could have just, maybe went again, and they just would've went flying out of his mouth.
Because by the time he might have thought of that, those were already in his lungs. He wouldn't even be able to suck any air in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Yeah, what I like about this being a younger version of Superman is I think he's not fully comfortable with his abilities yet. That's why he doesn't use them as much in this movie. I think he'll get better with them as he goes. Maybe they just didn't use the powers enough. But I think it's a choice of like he's young and he's not comfortable.
Ultraman used them more than he did.
He did.
Did we get a scene? I can't remember if he actually used his super hearing or not.
His what? Oh, super hearing.
His super hearing.
Well, that would have been a good moment for Bavarian Hammer if he could hear Lex Luthor giving commands.
Yeah,
and that could have been like a good defense.
He used his laser eyes.
There was a scene where he listens to somebody say something, and now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, was that when he was Clark and they were in the Daily
Yeah, he's
Planet?
like Clark, and he's looking down, and they say something, and he looks up, and they're like across the room. But I can't remember what they're saying when he hears it.
Yeah, I think I remember that now. But they kind of underutilized that power. He could have used that many times.
Yeah,
He did use his X-ray vision once when you see the things blow up.
Yeah,
inside that kaiju's stomach.
Yeah. So basically, I liked the setup of what they were doing with, because he had a plan the whole time, but the movie made it seem like he failed, right? Like he was flying up, you thought he was trying to get out of the atmosphere or go to the sun, and then he just starts dropping, and it's like they got him, and it's like, God damn, Superman is taking L after L in this fucking movie.
Then you realize what he was doing.
Yeah.
Then you realize what he was doing. It didn't kill her, but it knocked her unconscious.
Even Lex realized what was happening, and he was starting to freak out. He's like, "Oh,
yeah."
fuck.
Brain beats brawn.
The scene of him pulling all the nanites out of his throat, dude.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I agree. Very Matrix-like there.
Yeah. The only thing when he's fighting his clone, and I don't know how you work it because
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Dude, when he took the mask off, all I saw was Anakin.
Oh, yeah, he had like the long hair and mullet Superman. I like it.
Yeah. You turned him against me.
Some people said he looked like Henry Cavill for a second.
Yeah, there were some people that it was Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
At first.
But what was I saying? Do you guys remember? Fuck.
When he comes crashing down.
I was going into something.
Sound like something you didn't like about that fight.
Yeah, something you didn't like about the fight and him crashing down.
Oh yeah, the only thing I don't know how you do it, and I actually get the message for why the Justice Gang showed up, but when the kids put the flag up and they were chanting Superman, was a great moment. I kind of wish he would have showed up.
I did too. I was actually like, when I was watching that scene, I'm like, damn, are they gonna let these kids die and just like, to show us that Superman can't do everything? He can't do it all, and I was like. Because I thought I was like, damn, they might fucking kill these little kids.
The only reason I didn't think they'd go there in that moment is because this was coming right at a point where people aren't sure about Superman right now. So if that had happened in this movie, they would have 100% thought he was a bad person.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I didn't think that was about to happen. I did like Guy Gardner's like flip off hands.
Oh, I love that coming up and hitting the tanks.
Those were funny, but.
That was actually one of my
Element
favorite
Man
parts.
Actually helping out
was the kids. I just thought it was really epic.
Oh, it's so good, man!
And then when all the other ones run away, that one kid picks it back up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the movie. Like, this is a movie where, other than Marvel like cameos and shit, obviously I'm smiling ear to ear when I see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Hugh Jackman and blah blah blah, all the cameos. But this movie just made me like smile a lot ear to ear just because it's so fucking hopeful. Like I was just happy, you know what I mean? Like we need more superhero movies like this. Like this isn't a superhero movie. This is like It's just telling you like being a good person, being kind is it's punk rock. It's like it's cool to be a good person.
Maybe
and
that's
like
real punk rock.
Maybe that's the real punk rock. It's just being a good person, and we need more stuff like that.
I agree.
And Superman is a great vessel for hope, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's what the S stands for.
But why is Superman wearing
Hope
that?
is spelled with an H, stupid.
There it is.
Why is Superman wearing that in this movie if it's his parents and he now like
He does well because that's still the symbol of Superman for the last.
Yeah,
3
you're
years.
right. You're right.
And
I'm
it's
trying to nitpick.
it is
You're right.
It is the House of L. That's the logo of the House of L.
Well, Superman's taking the House of L's in this movie.
I did love Guy Gardner's little comment to the kid. He's like, "Sorry, Superman can make it. You get the upgrade."
Yeah, you get an upgrade.
Yeah,
that was funny.
There's definitely a lot of great moments even in that little scene too. Like I said, I know you don't like the screeching of Hawkgirl, but her fucking dropping him after he's like, "You're just like Superman." She's like, "I am not like Superman. See ya.
Goodbye."
Yeah, I could have done without her entirely. We'll see if they do something else with her that I'll enjoy more. But for me, that she was like, just.
Did either of you think that when when the president is given his speech on TV and then he goes in his office and asks to be alone, did any of you thought he was going to be somebody else? Like
I thought he was going to be Lex Luthor.
I thought he was going to be Lex Luthor too.
I thought he was going to be somebody else.
I thought he was going to like lift off of like fucking mask.
Mission Impossible.
Lex Luthor. But no.
Yeah.
And then when he went to the pocket dimension, I'm like, it is Lex.
I thought he was going to be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Lex Luthor. I thought he was like had him
different
in the
mask, same task.
I thought he had him in the pocket dimension. He was like acting as him. That's what I thought.
So
I
Superman.
thought for sure.
So Superman's getting out muscled again, outbrained. So he has a wild card. It's everybody's favorite fucking boy, Crypto. That's when Superman says brain beats brawn and then whistles.
When Mr. Terrific says, "You brought that dog? I didn't want him killing my parents' cows."
Yeah.
Quit messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Funny enough, my friend actually said, he's like, "Dude, that dog's going to kill them cows."
I was thinking that too.
So
what's great about what you just showed there, Adrian, is in that when that scene was shown in trailers and shit, and people were like, "Oh, Superman's not supposed to be this funny." Blah.
They're mad about that too. They really were. They were angry.
They were
honestly
mad about the eyes. It looked like he was starting to get hurt from using his heat vision. But it's not what it was.
But no, actually, that was the heat vision being blasted into
his eyes. And they were and they were mad about the joke he made. It's like, what's wrong with that line?
Well, having actually watched the movie, he wasn't making a joke.
No, he really was.
Yeah, he was really doing important stuff.
Yeah, he really was.
He was genuinely confused. What do you mean joking around?
He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But so he uses Crypto. Crypto comes in, saves the day, chews the fucking drones.
Yep. Crypto, get the toy.
Lex Luthor loses his advantage. So Superman.
Lex Luthor makes a huge mistake by constantly saying brain beats brawn.
Yep.
So it made Superman start to think maybe he's right. Maybe I should figure this out. He messed up by saying that over and over again.
Yep.
Then when he realizes those drones around the Bravian hammer were how he was seeing his moves, he's like, huh. Yeah. Bavarian cream hammer.
I know Steve.
That's what ladies call my. Oh, never mind.
Oh God.
I know Steve doesn't enjoy the tantrums and stuff that Lex does, but the tantrum he starts to throw when Crypto is like fucking destroying those drones.
Yes,
that's a real Lex Luthor moment there. Like that.
And then he sees them in the window and tries to hurry up and run to the pool.
Oh, that's so good when he sees Superman through the window, like, oh shit. It's tackled. That was great.
And then one of my favorite speeches in the whole movie when he says, "You're an alien. You're not a human." He goes, "That's where you've always been wrong about me, Lex."
Yeah, great delivery,
gives his
man.
speech about how
I feel sad. I get angry.
I feel sad. I get angry. I make mistakes all the time.
All the time.
That's what makes me human.
Corey, your impression of David Cornswell sounded a little bit like John Cena when you went all the time. All the time I make mistakes. Yeah, no, but that is a great speech. That's probably one of the moments some people will call woke or fucking, oh, we get it. You're not an alien. You're a human.
I think the woke stuff was with the country invading stuff.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I get,
but they said it
I get why they're like trying to. I don't get them saying it's woke. More so, just it's kind of like, hey, we're putting today's politics into movie,
Yes.
but that happens all the time. It really
It's-
didn't bother me because Superman's that kind of guy. He doesn't want anyone fighting and killing.
That's
each
it.
other. So it
And
just makes
it's-
sense.
And it's because people no longer know how to fucking use the word woke.
Yeah.
A
I told you.
war between two countries that we're really having in real life now,
Yeah.
mirroring a real, Israel and fucking shit. It's like that's not woke.
No.
That's really happening right now.
And I told you that. I mean, how else are you going to make the government irritated with Superman?
Listen,
Do
Art
something
imi-
that an American citizen shouldn't do.
Yeah.
art imitates life. 20 years from now, when this isn't happening anymore, we're going to go back and watch this movie, or new kids with fresh eyes are going to watch this movie and just see it as part of Superman's story in this movie.
Yeah,
They're not going to see it
absolutely.
as the Palestine War. They're just going to see it as this is what Superman was doing at this time.
Yeah.
But I want to bring up one thing before we get past everything.
Yeah.
The monkeys. I want to get back to the monkeys.
Yes,
in
the
Marvel
monkeys.
universe.
Can we talk about the
Uh,
monkeys?
Not only is it what you guys said earlier, the Snyder bots, obviously, that was a huge part of it. But I think another part of it was also the whole thing that happened with James Gunn in his comments.
Oh yeah,
I think part of it was also that. I think he also threw it in there like,
he cleverly
in
killed
real
two birds with
life,
one stone.
him and Snyder are really good friends. They actually
yeah.
really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
so-
consulted
Like
Snyder.
Morty.
Yeah, I was
They
gonna
were
say
actually-
they were both on Rick and Morty.
They were just in the last episode of Rick and Morty together, their voices
Yep.
making fun of each other.
And Andy consulted Snyder about how to make the trunks work for Superman. Snyder
And he
said, I
he'd
couldn't
never-
fucking
I
do
could
it, dude.
never figure it out, man. Good luck.
That I wanted to actually comment on that. I thought the trunks actually like they looked
There was
They-
one time
where they looked
when I
kind
could
of off.
tell the belt didn't look right.
Yeah, but
Um,
I think the trunks actually they worked in this. And
Yeah, did the uniform
kind
grow
of-
on you guys? Or like, how did,
well, yeah,
the
'cause
trunks were fine.
Whereas-
the lines.
I like the-
Steve, I know you don't like some of the
Steve hates the
lines.
ass.
The lines are a
Oh.
little weird, but I like the suit.
Like, if
overall.
honestly, if you gave me Henry Cavill's suit but
Yes.
more light blue, and you just gave him trunks,
Yeah.
I hate Henry
I
do-
Cavill's suit.
I like
Oh,
his
do you?
suit way more.
I do like
Yeah.
the alien. I do like
That-
the alien wear. The
That
Krypton,
weird, like the
it.
constant, like the weird bumps and shit in his suit. It's
it's like
he's
scales
wearing-
almost.
Yeah,
But to
it
be
almost
fair,
looks like he's wearing
I like
like
both
fucking
suits.
diamonds.
I'm not saying I love Cavill's and I hate this one. I like both, but I like
Cavill's-
Cavill's as well.
Cavill's
Cavill's-
looks bedazzled sometimes.
Looks
give-
bedazzled. Yeah, that's fair.
I give the new one like a 7 out of 10 suit. Wise.
7.
I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
Solid.
it's
All right, now
based
let's
off of
start
the
our
comic
ranking.
again.
But that's it. You have a couple big scenes left. Lex,
Hmm.
obviously, he gets sent away to what everyone thought was like.
Belle Reeve.
Bell Reeve,
Everyone thought
which-
that was like a nod, but it wasn't. Like that actually exists.
Yeah, it's real in the comics.
Yeah. yeah. Bell Reeve's real. It's also it's a big asylum in Smallville that's for the metahuman type
yeah.
criminals.
It's
Somebody
the
said,
Wrath from
It's
Marvel.
like the rat. Yep.
Yeah.
you beat
Yeah.
me to it.
Yep.
So,
So no, it's
Somebody-
it's a real thing.
yeah, somebody said in the comment the most unrealistic thing about this movie was the billionaire being held accountable. So that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
That's
I
He
do
got
love-
away with it.
I do love. So I mean, James Gunn actually that he did take a little bit of inspiration from Smallville by naming it Luthor Corp instead
Yeah.
of LexCorp.
Yes, yeah, Luther Corp.
He said he did that on purpose. For one, who names their fucking company after somebody's first name?
Yeah.
And two, he said he's a huge fan of Smallville, and he's hoping that this leaves the door open to maybe bring in Lex's parents at some point.
Nice. Bro, I love how Lex in this movie, like the idea of being compared to Galileo and Einstein disgusts him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, they're so far beneath me. Like, what are you
Yep.
talking about?
That's Lex
That's one
Luthor,
of-
man.
That's one of
Love
the things
it.
I like
Love
about
it.
his take on it is
Yeah.
how insulted he was by two of the most brilliant people in history.
Yep. And that's why I
Please.
think that's why he fucking hates Superman, because Superman's a literal god and he feels
Yep.
he's a god. I am a god. So you have the impassioned speech. Lex gets taken away eventually. The last two big scenes of the
This
actual
bold
movie.
bastard to Bell Reeve.
You have Superman and Lois embracing for the last time. She walks
Yeah.
in behind Superman trying to be all sneaky. He's like, how long's that been going on? About 3 months.
I was hoping when they were flying up, like making
Yes.
out, that there was just someone in the building. It's just like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Just sitting there and like saw
Like,
them. I
Just Jimmy Olsen with a camera.
was
no,
just expecting someone.
Steve's favorite would have been if the girl with the cell phone was there taking selfies.
Yeah.
In the background.
So
Also,
it's,
the interview.
it's always been
the,
her character.
The interview between Superman and Lois was a nod to the Christopher Reeve movie.
Right,
He lets her
right.
interview him back.
Except she didn't know he was Superman.
Well, exactly.
At the
And
time,
it's like,
yeah, no.
and his is more so like people aren't scared of him. Like, hey,
Yes.
I'm just normal like you.
I wanted to talk about the ending scene of the movie where they put the parents on. And
Yeah.
I love that.
And he
That
names
was
him Gary.
He starts it by saying the soothing thing again. You think it's going to
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
Kryptonian message.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked up. He wasn't doing that all along. What the hell?
I love it. I love that he's like, he likes that.
Yeah, but I will say a nice little before Supergirl comes in and calls him a bitch, which is hilarious. But a nice little heartwarming end with Superman and Lois flying up, which is a great moment. Them kissing as he's flying up. That's just a great shot. And then like Steve said, the parents was really heartwarming.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "See ya, bitch."
Thanks for watching them, bitch.
Yeah, and it was
the
nice
door.
to know.
No.
It made sense why Crypto was so terrible. It's like it's not
Yes.
his dog, and he's
I love that.
watching him.
He flies
And
at her and starts slamming her head against the ground.
Yeah, dude, he loved this dog this much, and you find out at the end it's not his dog. Like,
Yeah.
God, he's a saint.
But
But
will-
people were struggling to breathe in the theater when she came in, and he's fucking the cement's cracked.
Yeah. And she's just laughing.
He's beating the fuck out of.
there are a lot of people pissed off about Supergirl and how she was.
That's the comic run.
And
That's what
I
she's like.
I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys have not read a comic book.
No.
Um,
Even in the animated
she-
show, they couldn't have her be drunk, but she was like that.
does she eventually become the
She's
one
a
we
bratty
got in the
teenager.
TV show? Yeah, she eventually becomes that, but not.
She's a
Not in the
bratty ass
beginning, man.
teenager, man.
Guys, Superman for me was enjoyable enough that I want to see Supergirl, and that's weird for me.
Well,
That's a lot for Adrian, yeah.
a lot of people don't know. Sexist. A lot of people don't know.
Yes.
Supergirl, in a lot of iterations, is considered to be actually
Partially.
stronger than Superman
Yeah,
because
Steve, that's not.
she can absorb the sun's power better than he can.
I think what this movie did mostly for me is, no pun intended, gave me hope for the future of the DC, whatever they call it now,
Stupid.
DC universe, the movies. You know, I am excited to see what they do. I'll go watch Supergirl. Fuck it, you know. I'm not- But yeah, I just think this movie's message in general, just like I said, I love Man of Steel. I like the more darker, iteration of the character and stuff. But this movie just felt like what Superman's supposed to be.
Yes,
And
all
we've
the
been
best
talking
parts.
that so long that Man of Steel is now over.
Wow.
It's just such a hopeful, like cheerful movie, like the whole runtime, and like it's just constant, and it just showcases the character in a much better light than the Snyderverse did.
Yeah.
I think this will be this
Glad.
generation's original Superman. This
Yeah.
will be like
Yeah.
the new generation's. You know what I mean? Like I think it
Well,
will be.
And even then, it's like he's supposed to be this kind of character that kids love and look up to. Like he's your dude. Like a perfect example, dude. He's like the fucking John Cena, bro. Like
Hell yeah.
like all these kids
Well,
love him and look
when-
up to him, and that's
Not
one
anymore.
hero.
In that one part in the park, they all run up to him and he's like patting their head. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
you know?
it's the little
We'll get our
things. That,
Batman. We'll get our darker characters.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let
but-
Superman be Superman.
let
Guys.
Superman be, and it's like those little moments of humanity where, like, every time he saves somebody in this movie, he gives them like a little smile, and that means a lot to
Every
me. You know what I
time.
mean?
Yes.
That every time, it's the humanity in him. I love it.
Even when he's beat to shit.
When he's struggling mentally and he's fucking depressed and his girlfriend might have broke up with him and he's getting beat to shit, he still gives everyone else like a smile. No, but the thing about the movie is we talked about this off stream, but it's just a movie where I recognize the flaws. I agree with some of them, but it just didn't matter. I just
It was just
enjoyed it.
fun.
It was just a fun movie.
This is
I smiled ear to ear. I was hopeful. I got emotional at moments. And it's just like, man, it's what we need more of in this genre. Like, it's back to basics. Superman is a very entry level superhero, lets everybody in. That's why I hate the fucking Snyder bots and the people that are so against the Snyder movies that they can't recognize one good thing about them.
in the superhero genre. I agree with Corey. This is a masterpiece of a comic book movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say masterpiece, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I
superhero,
believe-
I wouldn't quite go there.
I
But
would
that's-
say it's just a very good showing of the character of Superman. But
it made me care about this character. Like, it's
Let's all just say it's a great fucking start.
Bingo.
Like I was saying, like 7.5 when I
love
first
that
got out
movie.
of the theaters. I was like, it was solid, but it had issues. And then I realized, dude, I just had a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I can't say it's not at least an 8
Steve,
for me.
Steve, I'm glad more than anything. I'm glad you and me had this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? These thoughts, because like we're the petty bitches. We could have come in here and nicked this to death and been like, this is like a 5 out of 10. I think we've had a very good stream here. I think we shared a lot of thoughts.
Superman was a hit.
Superman was
Yeah.
a hit, dude. Go
You
see the
disagree?
movie.
I just think you don't like Superman, and that's fine. He's not a
Yep.
character for everyone. I don't love him, but they did him
This-
justice with this movie. They
this
did
version-
they did the character right.